minutes. Bonjour MamFam, we have just made it to Disneyland Paris.
We literally landed an hour ago and have made it on Disneyland property, so come with us today as we explore our hotel and the Disney Village before starting park shenanigans tomorrow.
It's gonna be marvelous.
That's a good joke.
Yeah, thank you.
You guys will get that in a second. Yeah. For our time at Disneyland Paris, we are staying at Disney's Hotel New York, The Art of Marvel. This hotel is obviously themed to New York, and a few years ago at this point, they re-themed it to have over 350 pieces of Marvel artwork, Marvel rooms, Marvel restaurants. Super excited to check it out. And a big thank you to our friends at Be Our Guest Vacation for sponsoring this video, as well as booking our entire Disneyland Paris vacation. They made it incredibly easy, and considering this is any of our first time here, they booked our hotel, our tickets, they arranged premier access to the attractions. They're awesome. We'll get more into the cost of this hotel once we get into the room, but for now, excited to check in and explore.
And seated right outside Disney's Hotel New York is the quintessential NYC cab.
Hey, I'm walking here. But you know what? If I was Willy Wonka, I would say, hey, I'm walking here.
In this universe, Willy Wonka lives in New York.
Yeah, but also if I was...
Max, it's a multiverse.
Yeah.
It's a multiverse.
What is happening? We've had 2 hours of sleep, folks.
If I was Fozzie Bear, I'd say...
I'm walking here. You need sleep.
I like that one a lot. As soon as you walk in the lobby of Hotel New York, you do see the Art of Marvel everywhere. Over the entrance doors is Spider-Man comics. We have actual Captain America shields, the original before it was ever decorated, and then of course building all the way to the Stars and Stripes red, white, and blue that we know. There are 3 Iron Man suits. There are arts all over the wall. There's even a video behind the check-in desk that has an artist actually drawing these Marvel characters, bringing them to life. Truly, the Art of Marvel is everywhere. We also have Marvel art that definitely comes from outside of the MCU depiction of these characters. We have over one doorway, Hawkeye, Captain America, Iron Man, Thor, Scarlet Witch, Vision, and Black Panther, but not exactly the way you would be used to seeing them in the MCU. More comics on the far door, and just these displays go on seemingly forever. As Molly said, over 300 pieces of Marvel art, and everywhere you look, they come in different forms, whether it's statues or props or panes of glass. What I'm really loving about this art as I take time to look at all of it is that while Disney, of course, is deeply intertwined with the MCU, this is such a celebration of the comics and of the art outside of the MCU and depictions of these characters that if you've only watched the movies, may seem, obviously very similar, but a little different than what you're used to. But for anyone that grew up reading these comics or has been a fan of these characters beyond the MCU, it's cool to see them represented in a Disney hotel.
I think my favorite detail in the lobby are the silver columns. They're etched with different characters. So right here you've got T'Challa and Shuri and Okoye. Right here you've got Captain Marvel, Doctor Strange, Ant-Man and Wasp are down on that side, Iron Man. This is another really cool detail, and it's pretty subtle. You don't notice it right when you walk in. Hey, Max.
Hey, Mom.
Who's your favorite Marvel character?
Period?
Yeah.
Hard to choose. I might have to go with your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
Yeah, that's a good choice.
Good choice.
Alan?
Cap.
No, Alan, I think you mean Doctor Strange. You said Doctor Strange weird. No. Let the record reflect. Alan loves Doctor Strange. No. Maybe Max and I did this.
What was yours?
My favorite is T'Challa, or I do like Iron Man a lot too.
Speaking of Doctor Strange and all the love he's getting, we are headed to the Bleecker Street Lounge.
It's your favorite, Alan.
Bleecker Street is the location of the Sanctum Sanctorum in New York City, where Doctor Strange resides. The menu at Bleecker Street Lounge is heavily Doctor Strange inspired and has a host of beverages, including some signature cocktails like the Orange Ring, because, I always thought the rings that the timekeepers made were gold, but maybe they're orange. They also have a selection of coffees like the Sorcerer's Coffee or the Dark Dimension Coffee, which features Jose Cuervo tequila, truly a dark dimension indeed. They have some non-alcoholic specialty cocktails like the Ancient Green Tea or the Strawberry Sorcery, some classic cocktails like an Aperol Spritz or a Pina Colada, and then signature offers in their cold brew coffee, either the signature offer that they have or a create your own. There are also wines and beers available. These beers, interestingly enough, from the States. They are imported because this is the Brooklyn Brewery here in the New York Hotel. Wines, champagnes, selection of alcohols, the items without alcohol, soft drinks, and some snacks, both savory and sweet. And what is needed after an 8-hour flight but caffeine? So, Molly and I both pick up a cold brew. This is a simple cold brew with milk and some milk foam on top, no sugar. And Max, his classic Coke Zero, but this time in a glass bottle, a Mesquel. You're sharing your Coke Zero with your soulmate. Oh.
Is that us? You know, it's allegedly just coffee and milk with some milk foam on top, but it's like the best coffee and milk ever. Like, it tastes like it's got some kind of syrup in it. It's almost got a cocoa flavor to it. That is delicious. I have a feeling I'm going to consume a lot of delicious coffee over the next few days. Coffee and caffeine consumed, feeling a little more like humans. And again, there's over 350 different pieces of art in the hotel, and it's all different styles, which is cool. Like, I love this tile mosaic of Black Widow. But we're going to pop into the New York Boutique, which is the merchandise shop here. It looks like it's going to be primarily Marvel stuff, which obviously makes sense. But I'm wondering if they have anything special for the hotel. Jackpot! There's some very cool Hotel New York specific merchandise, including a t-shirt, candle. Alan, what does it smell like to be a hero? Does it smell like justice?
Smells like righteous justice.
Does it smell like New York?
No, God, no.
Oh, much
Absolutely
better.
not, yeah.
Oh, it's nice. Might get one of those. Also a water bottle, towel, art book, robe, mug, and toothpick holder. Actually, you know what? We're in France. Shot glass. Outside of that, it's unsurprisingly Marvel stuff. Although I don't know if we have these Groot ears in the States. Not seen those. But full disclosure, I'll be doing my ear shopping when we get to the village. I'm quite enjoying this artwork right outside of the restaurants of a bunch of your favorite female superheroes, including Scarlet Witch, the Dora Milaje, Gamora. Love this. Here's where the two main restaurants are. We're going to go to one of these in a little bit. But the downtown restaurant is a buffet featuring a variety of cuisines that you'd find in New York, like pizza and Chinese. Manhattan is a sit-down restaurant, a la carte. We're going there. And now we have entered the Jack Kirby Legacy Gallery, where they're celebrating the art of Jack Kirby with copies of some of his first inked pages, which is really cool. Alan's going to love this since it's a lot of cap. And then there's a Women of Marvel exhibition featuring the superheroes and the female artists. This is awesome. Look how cool this art is. This is very exciting. I love this Scarlet Witch artwork.
And by far one of the coolest parts of this hotel, it's outside of the artwork that we've mentioned copious times thus far, is you can meet Marvel characters here at Superhero Station. Now, normally this requires a reservation. You must be staying at this hotel, and you will have to reserve a time to come and meet these superheroes. But we were told by the nice cast member there's nobody there right now, so we're going to go and meet with the surprise hero who's here at the hotel.
You know who I am? Say it again.
Loki.
Louder.
Loki!
My army is growing. What is your name?
Molly.
It's a pleasure to meet me, Molly.
Yes, it is. I appreciate how much you like chaos.
Oh, I know.
I also enjoy a bit of chaos
Do
from
you?
time to time. Yeah.
Maybe we can make some chaos.
He and I like to make chaos. He's more like Thor. He's like good. This is chaos right here.
Yeah.
So we're on your side.
We love some chaos.
Where are we traveling from today?
Orlando in the United States. Yeah. Yeah.
How beautiful. So you like these Avengers?
Yeah. Yeah.
But you said you more like...
I like you, yes.
Of course you do.
Well, that was awesome. We met Loki, but Superhero Station doesn't only have a character meet and greet. It is also filled with a bunch of Marvel photo ops themed to your favorite Marvel superhero, so we are going to do all of them.
Ant-Man, go.
Ant-Man, go.
Scott Lang, look at you. You're an ant.
Iron Man, go. Those boots definitely are the right size.
Cap, go. Well, that's good. That's really good.
Thor, go.
I'm just not trying that hard.
Yeah,
Okay.
no. She's posing like she can't lift it.
I can't like, ah.
Yeah.
Very demure.
Spider-Man, go. Yeah. Yes. Wow, how did he get upside down?
Captain Marvel, go. Do your best to fly. Nice. Oh, we're getting multiple poses. I love it. Crushed it. Oh, the wave. Hello, space.
Guardians, go. Oh no, he's trapped. Saved Alan's favorite for last. Doctor Strange, go. Make it at us.
Oh,
Like,
it's supposed to be going in the mirror.
yeah.
Yeah, that looks good.
For someone who pretends like Doctor Strange isn't his favorite. Oh, hello.
No, you say you're like Thor, right?
Oh, no, he's like...
He's like
We're
Thor.
chaos.
Were you?
You're...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe you should trap him in that box.
Good thinking.
yeah, sure,
Good
sure,
thinking, Loki.
Yeah.
Our rooms are ready now, so we are going to go find them, but look at this fun art. It feels like they're all staring down at me.
Well, we have like OG Iron Man and then Thor and then Thor and Iron Man.
Yeah.
Unless that's... I don't know what's happening here, actually. Hulk, Iron Man, Thor, Ant-Man, Wasp is what it looks like, but then also...
But there's also
Iron Man,
another Thor.
Hawkeye, Black Panther.
Who's this silver fox down at the bottom?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
We have made it to our room. Let's check them out. Ant-Man. These are very fun. They're very sleek and modern looking, but then there are some Marvel touches, like Ant-Man's on the wall, Spider-Man's on the wall. You've got the cityscape pillows. Out the window, we've got a view of Iron Man's butt.
Jeez.
And the Newport Hotel across the way, which is kind of beach club-esque. Then if we look to the right, it looks like, I believe that's Disney Village, and then past that is both the parks. So really, really close to the parks, which is great when, that's the reason we're here. And we have adjoining doors.
In the most
Bonjour!
Oh,
Who you got?
bonjour! Gonna be jelly.
I am already Jelly 5000, because you got Black Panther.
That's cool.
Yeah, we got Spiderman, and you got Cat Marvel. It's very cool. All right, so that was just first looks. Let's do a fuller rapid fire room tour. This is the double room, so it can sleep 4. Big lights in the middle, lots of different knobs and buttons and things to turn them all on. We've got 2 chairs for all of your sitting purposes. Again, the great view of Iron Man's butt outside. Here on the vanity, there's a ton of amenities, including a coffee maker, a couple of waters. Here we have a small refrigerator, whole section to get ready in, tons of plugs. Do want to talk about this. They do not have the same plugs as we have in the United States, so you're going to need to bring converters. They do have a couple of USB ports, but as far as like actually plugging stuff in, you'll need to get converters. Dads, here's your thermostat, but you are going to need to learn Celsius.
I don't know if I'm biased because of the hours spent on a plane, but this is nice. Very firm bed. This is a 8.
Wow. Here you've got a variety of drawers, some suitcase space, a closet with a ironing board and iron. And then you have your bathroom, which has got a large tub. I love the artwork on the definitely not H2O shampoo and conditioner. Sink area, as well as royal throne. But as we all know, the most important part of this is right here.
Oh, it's looking promising here.
This is the real jewels if there's. That looks pretty good.
That looks pretty good.
I think we're giving that an 8, and we will report back if it needs to be lowered or higher significantly. Here's Max's room, which is adjoining our room, which is very exciting for the Chaos Twins. And you can see here a different layout. Max has a single bed situation as well as a couch. Do we think that pulls out? We're gonna find out together. Yes. So that could pull out. So, you know, a couple different layout options here. And then Max also let us know that his bathroom's different. He has a standing shower. So a couple different options here. And again, thank you to Be Our Guest Vacations for booking this because they took care of all this. I literally didn't even know what we were walking into.
Alan has just discovered a notable missing feature.
Yeah, there's not an obvious television in the room.
I think that's a television.
You think what?
I think the screen's going to become a television with the remote.
Whoa!
Wait, Alan, see if France is like Shanghai. Click OK. Let's see if France is like Shanghai with the movies.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Maybe
Oh, this is a very cool intro.
This is awesome. Cool.
Wow. And then it's like a black screen at the end of an HBO show.
Where you can just.
Where you're just like, here we are.
You're just like, wow.
That was the whole thing.
They killed him.
That's all the TV does.
Yeah, Disney On Demand.
Let's see what's on.
What's on there?
These look like.
This looks like it's not quite Shanghai.
Hotel.
Oh, this is.
Oh, interesting.
Oh, this is cool. Seemingly, you can watch artists. Yeah, you can watch artists draw these different Marvel characters, which is very cool. New to Disney Plus, sign up here and enjoy Disney Plus on us during your stay at Disneyland Paris.
That's nice.
That's
so
nice.
This is the
good.
thing.
That
This is it.
Yeah.
This is smart.
I've always wondered why they don't do this in the United States. Like, it's basically free promotion for your product.
It seems like if I watch 2 episodes of Mandalorian, I then want to watch the rest of it. Yeah, totally. Oh, what's in the box?
What's in the box?
Ooh! That's so fun.
That's nice.
Also inside this folder here, you have a whole host of items, including a room service door tag that you can hang out and fill out what you would like for room service. A thank you to Disneyland Paris and this hotel with the guest satisfaction survey. Coffee break from Pause Cafe. Oh, this is instructions on how to use the coffee maker here. And then a postcard should you wish to either A, keep this really cool art for yourself. This is the art that you actually saw the artist's drawing behind the reservation desk, or you can send it to someone.
Another perk, they took our stuff immediately when we walked up, and they said they'd deliver it to our room later today, and then they will pick it back up at your room and check it with concierge or take it wherever you need on your last day. Now, of course, the question is, how much did this cost? So this is one of the nicer hotels here at Disneyland Paris. This would be a deluxe hotel in Walt Disney World terms. And in addition to having the amenities of the hotel itself, you are one of the closest to the parks. I could actually see Tower of Terror over there. You also get into the parks an hour early as a resort guest, so lots of perks. But one thing that is a little confusing about Disneyland Paris compared to Walt Disney World or Disneyland is that primarily when you're booking their resorts, it's done via packages. When you're looking on their website, it's going to be a hotel stay with the tickets that go with it, which is, again, why I'm so glad Be Our Guest Vacation partnered with us on this trip because they were able to book everything for us. But just some sample pricing for you. A 3-night stay for 2 people in the room that we are in, the same view, the same style of room, with 4-day 2-park tickets would be $2,786.94. Now, if you were to just buy the 4-day tickets for the 2 parks for 2 adults, that would be $847. So taking out the cost of the tickets out of the package, you're looking at just over $1,900 for 3 nights, which means per night this hotel with this package for the time of year we're here would be $646 a night, which is pretty on par with a deluxe hotel at Walt Disney World. Again, you're getting the amenities of not only staying at a deluxe hotel, we haven't even seen them all yet, but you're getting earlier access to the parks and you're the closest to the parks, which is really why we're here. But working with Be Our Guest Vacations is the best. We literally use them all the time. We have them book our Disney cruises. They've booked our Disneyland trips. And I was so glad that they also are able to book Disneyland Paris because it's been super busy for us. And traveling internationally can be very daunting, especially when you have to look at things like different ticketing packages, hotels you don't know about, transportation between the airport and the hotels, all of these different things that come with international travel that makes it a little bit more daunting. And having a partner that we trust, able to book everything for us, able to arrange everything for us, able to explain how their version of FastPass works, it was wonderful. So if you are headed to Disneyland Paris and you are overwhelmed like we were, definitely reach out to them. The link is in our bio. The best part about working with a travel agent, not only do you get their expert advice, and they are a platinum level Disney travel agency, which is the highest award they can get, it costs you nothing. They're going to find the best deals for you. They're going to personalize your itinerary so that you have the best time with your family, and their services literally cost nothing to you. You're just going to pay whatever the package costs, and so it kind of is a no-brainer. But with that, I think we're headed out to do some more exploring. Got distracted by the macaron. Look how cute they are! These were just in our room, which is a very nice little touch, as well as some lanyards, but obviously cookies are more exciting. According to the box, the flavors are black currant, pineapple, apricot, cocoa nut, raspberry, and strawberry. We'll be very excited to eat these, but I think we need to go get some things at Disney Village, and by things, I do mean ears.
We've been staring at his rear for quite a bit, but I think it's high time that we turn around and take in Iron Man in all his glory. Now, we have noticed that there are just 2 statues here. We have Iron Man here, and just down the way, Captain Marvel. We thought there might be a third. There wasn't.
And now after a quick pit stop in the garden, we are indeed off to Disney Village. Now this is Disneyland Paris's version of Disney Springs or Downtown Disney. We'll see how expansive it is, but we do have a goal. Molly needs some ears, and I need to walk by the old standbys of a Disney Springs or a sandwich in the Rainforest Cafe.
The first round of our food has arrived from Le Comptoir, which is a nice little bakery as you enter Disney Village.
It's an almond croissant. I'm very excited to eat this. I'm in a good place. I have so many carbs and cheese coming. Flaky, buttery, almondy, delicious.
And I have the croissant Ramon, which is a croissant with ham and cheese. Oh. Slow roasted ham, buttery toasted croissant, very hot, and incredibly cheesy. Yeah, that's top tier. All right, well, we've just walked into a Disney store, and I feel like I've stepped back into the early 90s.
This is a time capsule of design. Wow.
Captain Hook, Tiger Lily, Peter's up top, Scrooge McDuck, Kit Cloud Kicker. I'm sorry, that's a...
Pooh launching Mickey.
Oh, whoa.
Pooh Bear looks like a villain. I just need you to know.
He really does.
He looks like a villain.
Is that Pooh Bear?
He's got a mask on.
I think that's...
Launching Mickey to space.
Guys, I think that's from DuckTales, the villain, the burglar bears.
I
think it's Winnie the Pooh.
I think it's Winnie the Pooh.
I'm struggling thinking that's Winnie the Pooh. After more deliberation, it is in fact Winnie the Pooh, which makes it so much worse. Mickey and Minnie doing their movie direction at the studios.
And we're back in the present day after being in a 1992 Disney store, like being at the mall, and headed into World of Disney, where, as it was already hinted at, I'm gonna buy ears, hopefully. I didn't pack any ears. I know, a wild decision by me, because I want to buy ears from Disneyland Paris. So my goal is to buy 3 pairs of ears for the 3 days we're in the parks here. But obviously I'm going to get distracted along the way, like with this very cute Disneyland Paris collection right here in the front. There's this pair of ears with Stitch on them, but I don't really like Stitch, so that's not happening. Sorry, Stitch fans. These, on the other hand, ooh, this pair I think is gonna happen. It's got the castle and the Eiffel Tower, a nice neutral, and they say Paris on the side. We're gonna pick these up. Yet a third pair that says Paris on it with Chip and Dale. I don't think I can do it.
No? They need the bow?
I need a bow.
Oh, they're cute though.
I know.
In the center of the world of Disney, we do have a statue featuring Mickey and Pluto on a balloon, but around it are all of these different art displays that feature different parts of the world and characters or stories that are from that part of the world. So of course you have France with Remy and Quasimodo and the Aristocats. You have the American West with Lightning McQueen and Woody and Jesse. But I think my favorite is South America, featuring the three caballeros, Carl from Up and Pedro from Saludos Amigos. Mission accomplished, everyone. Bag in hand. We're gonna take a nap.
So sleepy. We didn't really sleep yesterday.
We did not.
No, now it's time for a nap.
We took a hard nap.
A
hard nap. Apparently we all put on Iron Man in our rooms.
Yeah.
And now
We didn't talk about that.
No, we just discovered it. We got candy treats though. They brought a little candy treat amenity and our bags. And now we're headed to dinner. Oh, jealous of the third floor.
For dinner tonight, we are going to the Manhattan restaurant, which is an Italian restaurant themed to Thor. Naturally. Well, there's an Asgardian light fixture in a Manhattan-themed restaurant, so I'm interested in seeing what it looks like. Now, this restaurant is loosely Thor-themed, as the chandelier at the center is implied to be Asgardian, and it is a Italian restaurant, naturally, where one would go to eat after saving the day in New York. Now, to be courteous to the other guests in the restaurant, we did not record live while eating, but we did take copious notes, and we're going to dive into that now. The menu itself is made up of a prefix option, which is what we went with, that gives you an appetizer, a main, and a dessert. The prefix menu is 55 euros per person, but there is an a la carte menu that includes pastas, salads, and a variety of meats and cheeses. And I started out with a Fragola pasta salad with artichokes, eggplants, tagliasca olives, and stracciatella cheese. This was a very light dish that had a lot of herbaceous flavor that followed a little bit of brininess from the olives. I think it was a little bit acidic for me, but overall, I really enjoyed the flavors here.
Shocking to no one, I went with the cheese-based antipasti, which was burrata cheese, a roasted pepper salad, capers, and pan curacao, which is a very thin, crispy bread. This was delicious, and spoiler alert, the best thing I ate all meal. It was a huge chunk of burrata. I loved the peppery, herby flavor from the pepper salad and the capers. Then you had that crispy bread to put it on, but I also was putting on the focaccia with the olive oil that came with the table. I love cheese, so this was perfect.
And I had the minestrone soup, which was perfect because I was looking for something light to go with this meal, and it really did taste like I was family.
Now for my main, I picked up the potato gnocchi with the yellow tomato sauce, flavored with oregano and stracciatella. That's the second dish where I've had stracciatella cheese. I guess I just love that. Now I will say that the gnocchi was not my favorite, but I did love the yellow tomato sauce. It was light, bright, a little acidic. I wish I had had more of that, frankly, to coat the gnocchi, as well as having a little bit more of that oregano too. Overall, I think my main note is that this dish was over-seasoned, but it was a healthy portion size.
I decided to be a little bit risky, and So I picked up the sea bass fillet, which came with grilled seasonal vegetables and a puttanesca sauce. I'm not always a seafood girly, and I was surprised to see the skin on, which is not what I expected, but you know what? We're in a different place. The sauce was fine. It was tomato-based with some olives and some peppers. I wish I had a little bit more seasoning and flavor to it. The fish was fine. A few bites I had were a little bit fishy for my taste. I believe that's because of the skin, but when I got into the fish, it was cooked well. It just was a little bland, and I wished it had been seasoned more. I also wish the vegetables weren't as cooked as they were, because they were a little bit on the overcooked side. So overall, this dish was not something I would order again.
And for my main, I went with the Saltimbocca chicken, which also has Parma ham, oyster mushrooms, and fried and breaded polenta. The chicken itself was a bit dry, and could have been seasoned a bit more. I am not a huge fan of oyster mushrooms, but Molly, who is, says that they were pretty good. The highlight of this meal for me was the fried and breaded polenta. While a little dry, had some nice flavor to it, and we all agreed that it was the best entree on the table.
As far as desserts go, Alan and I both got the cannoli, which was made with buffalo ricotta, fruit, chocolate, and a pistachio praline cream. The only difference was Alan did not get the pistachios because he told the cast members about his pine nut allergy, so they, in an abundance of caution, didn't put nuts on his. Honestly, this was better than I expected. The shell could have been a little crispier, but I really liked the ricotta filling. It wasn't too sweet. I liked the candied orange as well as the pistachios, adding a little bit of crunch. Overall, this was a pretty decent cannoli.
And for my dessert, I got the tiramisu. I am a fan of tiramisu, and this was definitely a tiramisu. It had the classic flavors that you expect. The layers were there and tasty, and I enjoyed my dessert.
All right, so we just had a nice bite to eat for dinner.
Thor's Italian Kitchen.
That's right.
I think it was nice of us that we had a sit-down meal on our check-in day, but I would say, like in the future, it's not something that we'd prioritize.
But definitely some dishes were better than others, and normally I think you'd be in the parks eating there. But we now are going on a quest, because there's a little game that we read about, and we got this at Concierge, and it's called Discovery Quest. And you have to go around the hotel and collect clues, and then you get a prize.
I love a prize.
Yeah.
I love a quest. Okay, so Molly is getting us started here on our discovery quest, and it all begins with a QR code scan. Now we're at the Jack Kirby Legacy Gallery.
Full disclosure, we did 2 of these earlier. But now, okay, we're at the Jack Kirby Gallery. I'm here. Okay, find the character that matches this description. I am the only superhero who appears in each horizontal row of the colored comic book covers. I get 3 tries.
In each horizontal row.
Is Hulk?
Iron Man. We can verify.
Earth's mightiest superheroes. Yeah, he's Iron Man. Right up there.
Okay.
Says up there.
That doesn't appear to be here.
No? All right, Iron Man. Let's see.
We
Well
got it
done.
right.
Let's go.
First try.
Continue our visit. And it's fun because after you answer it, it gives you some fun facts and information about Marvel history in the hotel.
Love fun facts.
We love that. Okay, continue our visit. Spot number 4.
In the lobby.
The lobby.
To the lobby.
U-turn.
All right, these 3 titanium alloys boost phenomenal strength. Can you put them in the right order? I'm guessing it's that.
Lined up with the Iron Man suits.
Rotate them. This is 1. This is, okay, 1,
Okay.
2, 3.
Well done,
We got it
that's
right.
Well
Continue
done.
our visit.
Oh, we did it.
Thank
These
goodness
are
you
life
guys are here
size.
for the
The
color recommendations.
The fun fact says these are life-size examples of body armor for Tony Stark. 2 of them, the silver and the gold, have been used in the films.
Wow.
But the red and gold in the middle was made for the hotel.
Nice.
Fun
That's
fact.
cool.
To the Marvel Design Studio.
Oh, number 5 to the Marvel Design Studio.
This is where you can learn to draw a Marvel character, but it's for children only. So at least we'll get to see it.
Again, the art in this hotel just continues to impress. On our way to the Marvel Design Studio, there are these really fun portraits of all these different characters, but of course, the Merc with the mouth himself, Deadpool, the only one that's breaking the 4th wall and waving to you. All right, we have made it to the Marvel Design Studio. Little Spidey outside.
Look carefully at the art called The Rocket. Which baby superheroes do you see? I think we might have to go in.
The Rocket. I think it's this one, Molly,
Do you think it's that one?
because they're riding a rocket.
Because they're riding a rocket.
Yeah.
Okay. Which baby superheroes do we see?
Hulk, Groot, Rocket.
Okay, what Hulk's
Hulk fist.
would be the fist? Okay. Do
Okay.
we see Ant-Man? Well done.
Nice,
okay.
we got it,
That must be
okay.
Hawkeye's symbol.
Oh yeah, Hawkeye is there. Yeah. I guess Ant-Man wasn't there after all.
It's just very small.
He's very small.
Thank-
2 more clues.
2 more to go. Where are we
Okay,
off to
sick.
next?
We're going to the pool.
The pool.
The pool and
We haven't
health
been
club.
there yet.
Metro Pool.
Let's go.
We ride.
While we walk, that design studio was very cool. Now, it's obviously aimed at children, but the very nice cast member inside said, we could do the drawing if we wanted to, but there are coloring sheets and some digital displays where you can watch videos, and just a cool like little hangout spot for kids. This is not part of our Discovery Quest, but it was on the way, and so we popped out to the Hero Training Zone, which is mostly a basketball court, but there are some opportunities that are here by the basketball court, I believe. Molly's going to display her acrobatic prowess. Like I said, a true opportunity.
What am I helping you with? I can do it all on my own.
Uh-huh, yeah. Show me. Wow, that was great.
Yeah, let me over.
Wow. Oh no, is she gonna make it? Oh,
I did it all
you
on my
really
own.
did that.
I need help now. You did that all on my own.
I'm so proud of you, honestly. All right, well, after that truly heroic training, we have made it to our last stop, I believe, Bleecker Street Lounge. Of course, Alan's favorite Doctor Strange themed location.
What character is it here? It says.
Oh.
Doctor Strange.
Oh, wait. It says no.
Did you?
Although you reach the end.
We hope you enjoyed this Discovery Quest, a message from the Disneyland Paris ambassadors.
We did.
It's just their logo, but I think that means we did it.
They themselves, the ambassadors of Disneyland Paris,
Uh-huh.
are congratulating us on the hard work that we put in.
Individually?
Collectively, as a unit.
Collectively.
Let's go get our prize.
I'm ready. We've arrived at the boutique for our prize. Three. Oh, very exciting.
It's happening.
It's happening. Spider-Bot's going nuts back there.
He's happy for us.
He's excited.
Whoa.
Whoa!
Merci.
Oh, thank you.
Merci.
Merci. What did we get? Who did we get?
I got Everyone get Iron Man?
Iron Man.
It said we were gonna find treasure, and we found chocolate coins.
Wow.
In a cute box.
Cute box?
That was a better prize than I thought it was gonna be. I thought it was just gonna be a sticker.
I also thought the sticker was it. Yeah. That's
fun.
great. Nice.
All right, well, that was actually very fun. It was more fun than I thought it was going to be. It was much more involved than other scavenger hunt type things I've seen at resorts. I can't think of any of the resorts in Disney World that have something to that level, like with the app and asking for actual clues and things, so that was cool. But we're going to reward our treasure hunting efforts by visiting the Skyline Bar. And from what I've read online, this is similar to some of the bar concepts they have on Disney Cruise Line, where we're going to look out the window and perhaps see some famous super friends, as well as order a variety of themed cocktails or mocktails. We have been thoroughly entertained looking out the window thus far. We saw Spider-Man, and now a Quinjet has gone by and landed on top of Stark Tower. And taking a look at the menu, they have a couple of specialty-themed Doctor Strange drinks that are only available from 8 to 10 p.m., which I find very interesting. Our server did say they were very sweet, so we skipped those. But then they also have a set of signature martinis, each themed to the Infinity Stone, so they're all going to be a different color, which I find very fun. There are a couple more. These are called the Skyline Multiverse cocktails, and it says classic cocktails from Prohibition to today, revisited in the multiverse. You have a variety of non-alcoholic specialty beverages, and then your classic cocktails. They're calling them iconic New York cocktails, like a Cosmo or a Manhattan. And then, of course, this is a full bar, so there's a variety of other liquors, as well as they have some coffee, soda, and other non-specialty drinks. They also do some snacks here, but since we just ate, we're not getting anything. But it looks like they're the same snacks as they had over at Bleecker Street, so a variety of savory and sweet.
Our beverages have arrived. Molly has picked up the Green Dimension Martini cocktail. This is made with Hendrick's Gin, Paragon Vetiver Cordial, fresh lemon juice, cucumber, and basil syrup. I picked up the Orange Soul Martini cocktail. This is cinnamon-infused Flor de Cana, extra secco 4-year rum, Palo Santo Paragon cordial, passion fruit nectar, and an egg white on top. And Max has picked up to enjoy the orange fusion reactor. This is orange juice, passion fruit, and mango nectars with a strawberry coulis.
It was nice of Iron Man to stop by as we got our cocktails. This one is themed to the time stone, so if I disappear, sorry. Yeah, because I messed with the time. Like if I drink it, is that like using the time zone?
The time zone?
The time stone.
Molly, known expert on time, obviously got the time stone drink.
Yeah. So I can mess with time zones and make them all the same, so I don't get confused anymore. That's very refreshing. You can still taste the alcohol, but it mostly is very herbal, and you can taste a little bit of that basil, a little bit of the cucumber on there. Not something I normally order because I'm normally a vodka drinker when it comes to martinis, but very fun, and I like the theme, and I like that it's not too sweet.
This is one of the mocktails they have option, the Orange Fusion Reactor. This is mostly fruit juice, but tastes nice and refreshing, nice and light after a busy day, so very enjoyable.
Right. And the orange, what is the orange stone?
The orange is the soul stone.
The soul stone.
Did you kill someone to get this? Wait, we're still
both
here.
here.
Who did you kill? You have to kill someone you're like really...
I don't trust this.
I'm weirdly hurt.
This is a really interesting cocktail. You can certainly taste the rum through and through. It has that molasses flavor. The cinnamon gives it almost this like, the spice of course, but there's this almost smoky aftertaste as it's mixed with the rum. And the egg white for the freshness on top makes it just a little bit brighter. This is very complex, super well balanced, and as Molly mentioned, not very sweet, so right up my alley. Well, that was quite the fun way to end this evening here.
Yeah, I think Skyline Bar will be a repeat location.
Yeah,
That was pretty
highlight.
fun. That was really great.
It's just a nice chill spot with a fun view.
Yeah, we saw Iron Man.
But let's talk about the pros and cons of...
Yeah, Molly, we did.
we did.
We really did.
Wait, who else did we see?
Bitterman.
Yes,
Yeah.
we did. Let's talk about
And
the pros.
who knows who was on the...
Could have been anybody.
We saw multiple Quinchas. It could have been anyone.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the pros and cons.
I bet it was Kev.
Jesus.
I think Cap could have been on one.
I bet he's driving that thing sometimes.
But maybe Rocket was driving.
Oh, sure. Could have been Black Widow.
She's known to drive.
Yeah. You know who I didn't see was Thor. Probably because he's running his Italian restaurant.
He's in the back making the
He's
pasta.
making the pizzas.
He's making the pizza pie.
Yeah. Did they have pizza?
No, just pastas.
There's pizza on the other restaurant menu.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Thor doesn't manage that
How
one.
would you know?
Yeah, he might. They say, you want Italian food?
Maybe.
Thor says,
We-
let's go!
We know a guy. If you're like, oh man, I am in the multiverse and I need Italian food.
Yeah.
Thor's like, I got you covered.
Yeah, except maybe he should stick to being an Avenger.
He should probably save the world, but
Oh, God.
Alan's disappointed Doctor Strange didn't show up.
he could have been driving the Quinjet.
Could have been.
He could fly it.
Could have just used this sling ring and
And
shown up.
levitated down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's in New York. What's he doing?
Yeah,
What else has he got
He
to
was
do?
running his coffee shop.
Oh, sure.
He was in the back making the
Making
frappuccinos.
the coffee.
Yeah.
Grinding
You
the
should see his
beans.
latte art.
Truly.
Incredible.
It's pretty good.
Incredible.
So let's talk about the pros and cons of this hotel.
Okay.
Okay. I think.
The major pro, proximity.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
it's so
so
close.
close.
We walked to
Yeah.
Disney Village. It was like less than 5 minutes to get to Disney Village. Another less than 5 minutes to get to the park. So
Yeah.
for convenience, there is a shuttle if you'd like to take that. But and there are some hotels right here. We can also see Newport as well as Sequoia. Those are all kind of in a loop with us. But there are some other Disneyland Paris hotels that are further away that you'd have to take a shuttle. So the fact that we can just walk there in the morning
Yeah.
is a big perk. Plus, speaking of the morning, we get in an hour early as
Yeah,
resort guests,
that's
which is
great.
a good perk.
Yeah. The Discovery Quest was super
Oh,
fun.
that was
Yeah,
cute.
that was
Not
very
only
fun.
not only just like engaging, maybe more engaging than I expected it to be, but also just encourages you to see parts of the hotel that maybe you wouldn't see otherwise. We hadn't walked down to the pool yet. We hadn't walked to the superhero design studio, and so it got us to go in there and see those areas. Super fun.
I'll also say the artwork. Listen, I know this is a rethemed or maybe a plussed up version of what this hotel once was, which is the New York Hotel, but if you're a fan of Marvel, specifically, not just the MCU, but also like the comics specifically, there's going to be artwork not only in the rooms, but throughout this resort. As Molly mentioned earlier, over 300 pieces of art that are really cool and showcase a lot of the different range of those characters throughout their time.
And tons of artists,
Yes.
right, from all over the world, and that have created these characters in all different styles. Again, to your point, just a +1, far beyond how we see them in the MCU.
Correct.
I also really liked the meet and greet area. Not only did we get to meet Loki, who's a really cool character to meet, but the photo ops were fun.
Yeah.
And that was a fun, themed little bonus that you don't always get at a hotel.
Yep.
I really liked the Skyline Bar.
Oh, yeah.
I thought Skyline Bar,
yes.
I love a lobby bar, and I thought the cocktails were very good.
Yes.
Plus, they had the fun element of the window looking out. So
Totally.
kind of like a plussed up version of a lobby cocktail bar. Another small pro, but I thought was a nice touch, were the little amenities they left in the room. The tin of the different candies, like the Infinity Stones or the macaron, or even the fact that they brought the luggage to us. All just little things.
Yeah.
And about the cons, I think the one that's most obvious to me is that if you're looking for over-the-top Disney theming, this is not going to be a hotel that provides that. The interior and decorations outside of the Marvel art pieces is akin to what you would find in chain hotels.
Yeah.
And that's not necessarily a bad thing, but if you're looking for something that's going to be heavily Disney themed, then it's not going to be that.
Also, obviously, it's very expensive, and you may not want to spend your travel budget on the hotel. It is, again, a deluxe price point for a hotel room, which comes with the amenities, as we've explained, but it is a lot when you're already, for some people, booking an overseas vacation.
Yeah. And we did talk about our experience at the table service dining, the Manhattan restaurant. It was fine, but nothing I think any of us would write home about. But otherwise, we think we'd probably prioritize in-park dining.
We did hear from several people in the MamFam that the buffet restaurant is very good, especially maybe if you've got kids, because they have a wide variety of food, but obviously we haven't eaten there. And on the dining note, they don't have a quick service restaurant, which I find kind of unusual coming from Florida hotels. There is a Starbucks on our way to the parks, and of course there's coffee in the parks, but just an interesting note that there's not a grab-and-go situation.
Well, that was a fun way to kick off our journey here in Disneyland Paris. We certainly weren't tired at all throughout this.
Not even a little.
Good tell.
Yeah, you certainly didn't notice.
Yeah.
But all that said, it was great. I really enjoyed the first day.
We are going to get some rest, sleep off some of this jet lag, because we are starting our days in the parks tomorrow.
So make sure you stay tuned, come back for those videos, and a big thank you again to Be Our Guest Vacations for not only sponsoring this video, but booking our entire trip. It has been a crazy time of year for us at Mammoth Club, and we literally could not have planned this trip without them. So if you, again, are planning a trip not only to Disneyland Paris, which can be intimidating if it's your first time coming overseas, as well as Disney Cruise Line, Disney World, Disneyland, definitely check them out. They are wonderful.
But until next time, friends, please be sure to like this video, subscribe if you are new, follow us on all of our socials, and come join with the MamFam on Discord. We'd love to have you there. The links for all that down below.
And check out our Patreon for behind-the-scenes content and more. And until next time, friends, I'm Molly.
I'm Alan.
And I'm Max.
And it has been marvelous.
Ooh. I'm wonking here.
I was gonna do it. I'm walking here.
Help me.